We are here.
Are we live yet?
We are live now. Finally.
Oh, cool. That's new.
That's a thing. We could use some feedback on levels, and thank you all for your patience. Turn down the music, thank you.
Yeah, turn down that music. Can't even hear ourselves. Thank.
How's that on the music? Is that a little better? So no, we did not cancel the stream, we just canceled the call-in part because, oh my god. We are now calling this episode Technical Difficulties because, Lord Jesus.
Can lagging balls bounce back? Probably not.
Probably not. Thanks, Dazzlethorn! And now you have the ability to indeed say, get off my lawn. So yeah, if you you may notice a few changes around these parts. Apologies again for the delay, for the technical difficulties. Welcome to episode 49, Technical Difficulties. If you're new here, this is not the podcast. This is the LB stream. This is our Friday night stream. It has nothing to do with video games. Sometimes it does. Usually it doesn't. This is Thist. I'm Thorn. And you're you. Welcome.
Hi. Yeah, sorry about that. We'll do the call-in show next week. But like Thorn said, this is not the Lagging Balls podcast. This is just a stream. And we obviously didn't have anything planned to talk about. So here we are. We're real. We're raw. We're fresh and fun. We're flirty and fabulous. We're getting out there. We're going fishing. We're trying our best or something. See, this is what happens when we're unscripted. Although we're usually unscripted anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the only thing is, we usually have a topic at least. So,
yeah. So I guess why don't you guys do a little suggesting of topics tonight, huh? I mean, like.
No, that's not fair. Like they came for a call-in show. We did not deliver, therefore we need to entertain them, not us.
No, I get it.
Getting entertained. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I agree.
They're not here to work, Thorn. They've worked all
I'm
week. It's Friday night. Sammy Hagar versus David Lee Roth. Okay, that's a good one. So,
see?
Thank you.
Count on them, and they'll come through.
Diamond Dave had it all, okay? He had the looks, the charisma, he had the moves. Like, that man could, like, jump into the splits, no problem. And he had a great voice. But, like, more than a great voice, he had, like, personality, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, David Lee Roth is a performer. You know? Like, he's the whole package. Sammy Hagar has the rock voice, you know, I'm not saying like Diamond Dave couldn't sing because he could, sure, but like he used his inflections more than he used his like, you know, his actual like vocal talent. Sammy Hagar has vocal talent, but he's not as exciting to watch. Neither are very exciting to watch anymore, TBH. But you know, that's what years and years of drugs will do to you. But you know,
in Sammy's case, what? Booze. He's got a booze line now, right?
Probably. I don't.
Yeah, he's got like a line of like tequila, I think.
That makes sense. But yeah, I tend to gravitate more towards Diamond Dave just because most of my favorite Van Halen songs are sung by him. And I kind of grew up with him, and I read his autobiography when I was younger. And it's by far one of my favorite books ever. You should really check it out. It's actually really cool. It's like
called? Diamond Dave?
No, it's called like Dizzy from the Sun or something like that. Please look it up. But it's sweet because each chapter is like a different story from his life. And he's had a like this, I think it came out in the 90s. So like up until then, and I'm sure, you know, continuing onwards, he's had a really, really cool life. So it's just, I don't know, just so, like him growing up and then like the early days of Van Halen, and then like
it's called Crazy from the Heat
and stuff. Crazy from the Heat. There it is. Good shit. Oh, I've got cramps. Oh.
It's that time of month, guys. Let's all suffer with her.
Oh yeah. Just talk. Just tell everybody. That's fine. That's where I've got this burrito.
Let's all suffer with her, guys. Ready? Everybody groan on 3. 1, 2, 3. Make it count, guys. Make it count. Come on. Come on. We want to hear it.
Stop.
We're trying to sympathize with you. We're trying to empathize with you. We're trying to feel what you're feeling.
I don't like it. It feels weird.
Okay. Well, we don't want it feeling weird on top of feeling bad. But look, chat's going. You know, they're trying. They're doing their best.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Thanks,
no,
Chat.
I feel good. It feels good. You know.
It's good, man.
Maybe that's what you're talking. You know what? Okay, fuck. Fucking like I did not choose to be born a woman. Okay. Like a person with woman parts. Like holy fuck, you guys. It sucks. It's not fair. Like fucking. I feel like I'm being punished for something I didn't do. It sucks. It sucks. And you know what the worst part is? Okay, the worst part is when you have PMS, like a woman does, or a person with woman parts. You can't play. You know, you can't play competitive video games. And this is why. Okay, so usually, if I'm gonna be honest, I play Overwatch or World of Warcraft, and I barely have time for anything else. You know this. It's a good problem to have.
Yep.
But whatever. So when I'm playing Overwatch with PMS. Fucking okay, I'm a Diva main, but I'm also a Moira main, so I flip between like Diva and Moira. And if that isn't the case, then I'll, you know, kind of panic and like probably pick Soldier or something like that. But anyway, oh, I got hiccups. So, what was I saying? Right. So usually so I can't play Diva when I'm like this because I will go in and with my like large health pool, I will take advantage of that and make rash snap decisions in game based on rage. And that is not a good you cannot play like that because like if you get a mad diva, like I am an aggressive diva always. Like I will go for it. I'm not going to stand back. I'm not going to stand behind the Reinhardt. I'm sorry. She's got massive mobility. I'm going to fucking use it, you know?
Yep.
But you have to learn how to use it strategically, you know? Like Diva has this huge health pool, like I said. She's got this massive mobility, she's got a lot of firepower, and I don't want to brag or nothing, but like I am an amazing baby Diva. Nobody can fucking touch me. But all of that, like you have to know when to use it and when not to use it. You have to know when to use your like micro missiles. You have to know when to use your boost and when to save it. And when you are pissed off, you will not save it. You will just use it, and you will just go and you'll blow all your shit all over everybody's faces and in their hair, and it'll get crusty and gross, and you lose the match. And you know what? It's your fault, you know? Like a good diva can turn the tide, no problem. But an angry, emotional diva, no. I mean, I'm not saying that women can't play competitive with their periods. Like that's you know, like people deal with this stuff differently. I'm just saying for me, I haven't mastered that yet. So I will play Moira, which is, you know, just a little bit better. But in WoW, like if I go into a BG, like if I do PvP, PMS PvP as I call it, I just avoid it completely because I used to be all like, okay, I'm fucking pissed off. I'm just going to go in there. I'm just going to kill guys and it's going to be fine. But like, if I go in there and somebody kills me, I will get personally offended, pissed off, and then I will tunnel vision that person until they are dead. I will ignore mechanics. I will just go after them again and again. And if they kill me, I will burst into tears. You know, so it's like, fuck. Can't do it. You know, like women are perfectly capable to play games with their periods and, you know, in any sort of emotional state. You know, it all depends on, you know, how well you can deal with that. If you can put those things aside while you play. Some people use video games to forget all of that stuff and sort of negate it and feel better. I'm not one of those people. So I'm saying it is possible, just not for me. I know my limits, and I'm just saying like I can't PMS PvP.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, that was very thorough. What have you got there?
Heating pad.
Ah, nice, nice. A willing participant?
Yeah, he's fine. But yeah, so what are you up to, Thorn? What's going on?
I am up to being really pissed off at Streamlabs and Discord and especially Skype right now.
Cool.
Yeah, but
I hate Skype.
So do I. You know what? Let me just... Alright, look. There's been an evolution of different communications programs to use in gaming and for streaming. And I gotta say, as much as I am happy that Skype was a forerunner of online video to communicate with, and as much as I have gotten value out of Skype, I fucking hate it. I hate that program.
It's awful.
It is, as long as it's been around, it is one of the crappiest, shittiest, worst programs in terms of features, the resources it wants to take up. Oh, I fucking hate it.
And like every time it updates, it gets a little bit worse.
Ugh.
They're like, how can we make this even worse than it already was?
Right.
What a hard job. I don't know.
You have one job. Just do it.
Yeah.
And like, take a look. You know, that what I'm frustrated about is they don't take a look at things like Discord or any of these other programs that are doing certain aspects of this better that they could benefit from. But no, they don't want to learn from that. They don't want to change anything. All they change are little things to make things worse. That's it.
Fuck you, Skype. Right in the asshole. The guitar behind me is I think it's called a Micro Ibanez bass. It is a 4-string short scale bass, which means it's just a little bit, it's more guitar length than it is actual bass length, just because I'm small. It's the first Ibanez I've ever had. I was actually like not really interested in Ibanez guitars like for a really, really long time. But I was really interested in short scale basses just because, again, small. And I don't know, I picked it up at a Guitar Center a few years ago and I was like, oh, dude, this is actually really comfortable. Before that, I was playing this Hofner knockoff, a Jay Tercer violin bass. And I was only playing that because I really love Paul McCartney. And I was like, oh, fucking get a fucking violin bass, which is cool. But like the body is hollow and the neck is really sturdy. So like it's a little bit top heavy. And it was just kind of awkward. Yeah, sure. And also me. And before that I was playing like this weird like Samick, I think it was called. It's like I think it's like a Japanese brand. And it was just like this massive white bass. It was just awful. Way too big for me, but that's what I learned on. And I also had this acoustic Ovation. It was like half acoustic, like it was acoustic, but then you could also plug it in. I mean, no offense, but like acoustic basses are useless. I'm sorry.
Why?
Because you can't, I mean, the one I had, or maybe I was playing it wrong, I don't know, but like you couldn't hear it. Like I bought it specifically for like coffee house gigs, acoustic gigs, and like sitting by the campfire, which is something I used to do, back when I lived in old country where I wasn't afraid to go outside.
In old country.
In old country, yes. But yeah, no, so I just ended up plugging it in all the time, and like it it had this cool tone to it, of course, but cat hair all over me.
What has he done? Yes, acoustic basses exist.
Yeah, those, I don't know. I ended up selling it, though, to some dude who promised to take good care of it, so that's good.
Look, do you feel attachment to objects like that?
Yes.
Like when you had to let that go, when you sold it off, was it hard?
I'm always hard, but yeah, no, it was very hard. I do that, or like if I see... At some point in my life, I had to stop buying forlorn-looking stuffed animals because I just have like a fucking bucket of them, and like I think maybe because they have eyes or something, but like I can't get rid of them,
Yeah.
So I literally just have to stop, and like even the Blizzard plushies that come out, like I can't even entertain the thought of having them because I just have too many. And I can't have any more because I will never get rid of them. Like I have no idea. Like what I'm gonna be like an old woman, and I'll still have all these fucking toys. Like my great grandmother had her own giant house, and one of the rooms was, I kid you not, and I'm not exaggerating at all, like a solid carpet of dolls. Just like there was 2 beds in the room. And just dolls on the ground, dolls on the bed, just like dolls, like a sea of dolls. Like she never got rid of them, and then she died, and then there was all these fucking dolls. I do remember the day we went downtown to sell your Baldwin.
Is that an instrument, or is that code for something?
Oh, it's totally cool for something. We went down to Gatineau. Cousin Mike had to sell himself.
The first time.
The first time, yep. It was a cold winter. It's hard on the corner for a Canadian trick turner, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? You're such a good cousin for supporting him in his the beginnings of his career, though.
Well, it was more like an old switcheroo kind of operation, you know? It's like, what are you into?
Some bait and switch.
Yeah.
Ouch. No offense,
I
Mike.
remember those parts. Oh my god. Mike, we need to have you on the show sometime. I would really love to do a podcast with Cousin Mike because he's got a lot of stories about me that you guys probably shouldn't know.
That'd be awesome.
I also okay, did you guys hear the episode of Smodcast where Kevin Smith got his mom super high on edibles and then they just talked? It was 3 episodes long and it was really good. And I told my mom that I wanted to do that and she said no.
Aww.
She's like, I'll get drunk though. I'm like, oh, okay.
Boo.
Yeah. McDonald's Inspector Gadget toy. No. No, I don't think so. I want Cousin Mike to go to BlizzCon. That would be really great to introduce him to everybody. I'm still trying to get him to visit fucking here in the States of America. All 50 there's 50, right?
There are.
How in the fuck is there fucking 50 of them? That's a lot of fucking states. Like the other day.
That's why it's called the United States. It's all the different states together.
Oh my god, that's way too many, in my opinion. You know?
How many territories are there in Canada?
Territories is 2, I think, at this.
Provinces.
Wait. Newfoundland, PEI, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Quebec, Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Alberta, BC, that's 10. And then there's Nunavut and Northwest Territories. What am I missing? Way less than 50, right? Fuck, dude. I don't know. Okay, you remember that episode of Friends where...
You had it.
Cool. Remember that episode of Friends? Oh, in the Yukon, thank you. Where Ross is trying to remember all the different 50 states. And he can't remember. I was watching that on Netflix a few weeks ago and I pulled out a notepad. My cat's licking my hand.
Wait, he was
pulled out a notepad.
I don't remember this episode. Was he trying to remember them just off the top of his head?
Yeah. All 50 of them, and there's I'm not trying to talk about the episode, but I pulled out a pad of paper and I tried to write down all of the states from memory and I got 20. I felt really stupid because I've been living in the state. Because I don't know why I felt stupid. There's just way too many.
Listen,
actually.
There are plenty of us here tonight who could not name all 50. I'm not positive that I could name all 50. I'm sure I could get damn close, but I'm sure I'd miss a Wyoming or something like that, you know?
Remember the freak states like Alaska and Hawaii. Sorry, that's from The Simpsons. I don't actually think they're freak states. Yeah, I don't know. There's just way too many. But, Techie, you cannot.
Daz said he watched Scott Pilgrim vs. the World the other night because it's on Netflix now, which I started watching it as well.
Nice.
And he said he thought of you because of all the Canadian references.
Oh, thank you.
I love that flick. If you
got
guys,
a Ricky in there too.
If you guys haven't watched that, or if you haven't watched it in a while and are going to or considering watching it now because it's on Netflix, definitely pay attention to the direction of that movie. The cuts, the scene transitions, all that stuff is amazing and super underrated for that flick. It is really, really, really good. And that's the sort of thing where, and when you're just watching a movie, you don't necessarily pay attention to that stuff. You feel something like pace. You feel like, oh, this is moving along really well. It's high energy, or I really like how this is going, and I'm really enjoying this. But pay attention the next time you watch a movie like that, because oh my god, the transitions are not. It's not about switching scenes quickly. It's about a clever way of doing things. It's about a character looking this way, and then the screen moves that way into the next scene. It's really well thought out, and it's just brilliant. So if you're gonna watch it again, pay attention.
Ooh. Good luck in there, Bionics 401. He's about to shit himself in comp.
Oh yeah, that's my boy from work.
Nice. Good luck.
Good luck, bro.
I haven't touched comp in so long. I feel bad, but there's never a time where I just really want to hate myself, you know?
Yeah.
It's fine though. It's probably fine.
It seems like this would be exactly the time of month where you should definitely go do that.
Oh yeah, no fucking let's all do that and I'll fucking stream it too. How about?
No. What do you got there?
Cat.
Cat. There's a great subreddit called Cat Standing Up.
I love when they do that.
And in the entire subreddit, people post photos, go figure, of their cats standing up, and every comment on every post is cat, period.
Cat.
And all the replies to all the posts are cat, period.
Well, that's what they are, right?
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I fucking love Reddit.
Me too. The first subreddit I ever joined was the Simpsons subreddit, obviously. And then shortly after WoW, I think.
Yeah, it's funny. Reddit is like such a great place to see all the things that people link and all the things people find and all the great subreddits and things like that. But the real magic's in the comments. It's the discussion of everything that really takes it to the next level.
No, Techie, birds with human penises is much better. It's literally birds with like human penises photoshopped onto them.
Or dinosaurs fucking cars, right?
Is it dinosaurs or is it dragons?
I think it's dragons.
There's like a big difference.
There's definitely a big difference. I'm glad you knew the difference. Oh god. Oh god, what the hell is that? Whatever you got, he really wants it.
It's garbage. Cats love garbage.
Don't let him eat it, please. He's not gonna turn around, but he's gonna get closer to the camera. That's a long neck cat.
Thank you.
He's very
Grew
handsome.
myself.
Tootsie, a man and or woman after my own heart. Their favorite subreddit is Space Dicks.
Like the third time I ever talked to Ian Hasekosis, he assured me that he's never been to Space Dicks, which of course means that he has because he knows how bad it is.
How quickly did he deny this?
Like immediately.
Frasley, no, GIFs that end too soon. No, that's so unsatisfying. Fraz, I can't handle it. I can handle those like in small doses. I can handle those in my feed, but I can't handle those like going to that sub and like browsing. Hey, thanks for the cheers, buddy.
Ooh, good.
Well, yeah, so we've been affiliate for a while, but we haven't actually like put the affiliate stuff into practice. So now cheers are a thing, and now we can see these nice animations on the screen that Techie put together. Thanks, Techie Taco.
Everybody knows our name. Get it? Cheers. The song from Cheers. It looks like the best theme song.
Oh, from like a show?
Yeah.
Okay, DuckTales is up there.
Obviously. What about the theme song from Dallas?
That's a fucking good one.
Dun, 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 dun,
Should I play them on screen?
dun, 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 dun.
Should I
What?
play them on stream?
No. You want to get sued?
I'm gonna get sued.
X-Men Animated, yes, fucking yes, fucking yes.
Ooh,
Oh my
X-Men
god.
Animated was really good.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's so good. Friends. Okay, have you seen the Friends theme song with the Disturbed mashup? It's like
Come on, that we can play.
Like every time I watch that show, like I have to do the unless I'm watching on Netflix and they mercifully let you skip the fucking intro. Thank you, Netflix, by the way. No, you're watching.
Hold on, we're gonna play the Friends theme with Disturbed.
Magnum PI.
Here we go. Alright, hold on. Silence, please. Here we go. That's it.
And then there's
Yeah.
that vine of the dude trying to do that. It's Disturbed, right?
Yeah.
There's the vine of that dude during that song at karaoke, and he's like, "Oh, wow, can't do it."
That's a really great vine. That's what
Is
we
it
should do.
Godsmack?
Is we should just play like vines on here next time. Just play them right on stream and like react to them and repeat them and be stupid about them because that's what you do with vines.
Vines are literally like if I'm gonna watch a shitload of YouTube, which I do because I literally just don't watch TV anymore. If I'm gonna watch a shitload of YouTube, most of it is going to be Vine compilations that I've seen before that like are like an hour long.
Yep.
I don't care. Like I want to see them again. And my favorite thing is when I'm watching a Vine compilation and there's like a few that I've never seen before, but not too many that I think it's dumb. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, not really in theory, but like I know what you're talking about and I've done the same thing a billion times, so yes, it makes sense.
Sure. Gotcha. Oh, I'm like really close to the...
Whoa! We're going in, guys! That's a pretty eye. Nice job with the makeup.
Don't talk to me. I'm just kidding. You kind of have to, or else like this whole dynamic wouldn't work, right?
Right. Whoa!
Whoa! Thanks, Dazador.
Daz, look at you, man. 5 tier 1 subs. What a bro.
Damn.
Thanks, Dazzledorn. It's extra nice of you to do that on a night when we're having such a craptastic show.
Seriously.
You guys really showed up for the fucking bottom of the rung here.
Thanks for that Twitch Prime. Feels good right now. So yeah, so we're just like, we would be like wrapping up the show now, but we're going to continue a little bit because we were late. But just to be fair, Azeroth Roundtable is starting up. So if you want to go watch them, there's no hard feelings. Don't even worry about it. But if you want to stay,
you're more than
good
welcome,
choice.
And we will definitely raid over to them when we're done.
So in the meantime, I'm getting, okay, so I need glasses. Like I have glasses, but I look dumb in them.
Do you
Like, I
have them
don't
handy?
like them. No,
Aww.
because I don't like them.
I disagree.
glasses.
I think you look great in those glasses.
Stop it. I don't.
They're like a brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're like a high-end brand, guys. They're like a fashion brand, and they look amazing on her. But she
Thanks.
does not like them.
That's
You
what I
lost those
said.
really ones, those really great ones that you liked, that were super like Dwight Schrute about it, right?
Yeah, I liked those and they're gone now. So anyway, I can't see far away, so I'm going to get new ones probably tomorrow. I don't know, like I'm thinking like big ones. I like the big ones. Like my parents wore in the 80s and 90s.
Like the hipster glasses.
Yeah, I like those. Or like the big like nerdy glasses, you know, like the dark, the like I don't know how to describe them. But like I'm scared because like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna like pick something out and then you know inevitably I'm gonna hate it because it's just the way the human brain works, you know.
Sure, yeah. Well, you got insurance for it, so at least they're not gonna like you could always get more later.
Sure.
Without it being like a huge deal. The first one's being covered, at least.
Yeah.
Could get more of these.
What? I have to wait for the. Oh no more Pachamaris. No more Pachamaris. I already have too many. Are you guys friggin' stoked for Halloween Terror next week? Oh.
I'm so stoked for that.
Oh. And like, did I or did I not call fucking Spider Widowmaker on the show this week? I called that shit. Because like it's so obvious, right? I mean, like Widow didn't, as far as I know, like, and I'm pretty sure Widow didn't have a Halloween costume at all, or Halloween skin at all, and now she does. And I'm thinking like, Spider, you know, like it's Halloween and it's like a spider, and she's a Widowmaker, so it makes sense. So I don't know.
Widowmaker.
But it, like,
the maker of widows.
Yeah, like a Black Widow spider type thing. Except I think it's purple. But that's like the second thing I've ever accurately predicted. The first thing, and this is also on an episode of Lagging Balls. I'm not sure which, but it was before Legion came out, I think, and we were like trying to hypothesize like what new toys might drop for the expansion, and I said like oh, what about a giant egg that you hatch out of?
Yep.
And like, okay, to be fair, like, you don't hatch out of the egg toy, but it is a giant egg. So, I don't know. So, like, that's what I've predicted that correctly, and I've predicted Widow Spider thing correctly. That's it. Otherwise, I am terrible at predictions.
There's more
Just
than that.
awful.
There's other things that we predicted.
No, I haven't. Nothing. I just,
I feel like there definitely is.
I don't know. Like, whenever I talk, okay, so I trust and I love Blizz so much that I don't like to question, you know? Like, I just want to wait and be surprised and, you know? Yeah. But, like, every time I talk like that, like, I sound like those people, and, like, no offense to anybody, you know, who is like this, but, like, I sound like people who are just, like, blind faith, you know? Like, people who are, like, so confident in their religion that they don't need to ask, you know, the big questions in life. They don't need to ask, like, why am I here? What's my purpose kind of thing? Because they know that it's all going to work out according to their faith, right? That I understand that, except through Blizzard, and Blizzard don't, you know, like, I don't know what's coming for Blizz. I don't know what's coming in game, and I don't care because I trust Blizzard.
So yes, so Arsenic, no, there will not be a prediction show before BlizzCon.
Fuck no, are you kidding me?
Listen,
I'd be like, duh.
We'll talk, like, a little bit of that if it organically comes up, but, like, we're not going into that kind of show, like, looking to make those predictions, because one, we're both terrible at it, like this was saying, and two, because we're terrible at it, the predictions would be horrible, so it just wouldn't even be, like, worthwhile.
Oh yeah, last year I was on the prediction show, the annual. It was with Ro, John and Ben from Azeroth Roundtable, Jocelyn Moffat, and me. And Jocelyn and I got voted into the show, which was really, 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 really sweet. Like, yeah. I didn't think I stood a chance against anybody in that competition, but it was so nice for people to vote me in. And I felt so bad because of, like, out of 200 prediction questions, I got 8 right.
My God.
Just, I'm fucking bad at predictions, and I just, like,
I was in that chat room fucking freaking out.
Oh yeah, it was bad. And yeah, I really hope that I'm not on that like, I loved being on the show, and it's so much fun, and it was so flattering to be voted on, but like if you want some quality predictions, you must find somebody smarter than I, because holy shit, I was just like, duh.
Right. So I wonder if, like, they would never admit to us, I bet, but I wonder if they had more fun because you were so bad at it.
Wouldn't you? It's like, oh, I'm definitely like, my chances of winning are far greater now that the idiot's here.
I know your competitors had more fun because of that, because there was less chance of them losing, but I mean, did they have more fun on the show? Because the show was still good. It was still really entertaining.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun.
And I think that's the point after all, right? So, you know, you could very well get voted back on again. Especially because you're so bad at it. Better the you than me.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Let's find out.
Yes, we had to do a clean version of the show, Raven, because of Thist and her silly wagers on that show. Thanks for reminding me.
We should do that again, though.
Another clean show?
Yeah. That was really, really, really tough.
That was really tough. And really hard.
So hard, all night long.
Thanks, Dazzledorn. Yes, you should definitely leave a review of the show. If you're a listener of the podcast, because, again, reminder for those who have joined us since the beginning, this is not the podcast. This is indeed the LB stream from here on Twitch. One is not the other. This will not appear as a podcast in your headphones, on your phones, in your podcast players, nor will the next podcast that comes out, be this show tonight.
Yeah.
See, I like that. I like what Beetlejuice said. Do a clean show followed by an exceptionally vulgar one afterward. That's balance.
Let our juices out. We could do that probably. Exceptionally vulgar.
I feel like exceptionally vulgar is just like normal show.
Well, no, because I don't know. Like, the thing about being vulgar on LB is that, like, we're not trying to do it, you know? Like, it's not like we're trying to fill some, like, explicit tag quota every week. No. Certainly some episodes are worse than others, but it literally just kind of depends on, like, how we're feeling and the kind of, like, material that the news gives us, you know? Because, like, we used to script some of the intro. Now we don't do that anymore because fuck it. And so it's basically just like however we're feeling. Like if I'm feeling kind of like pissed off about something, or if I have a rant or whatever, like you guaranteed like I'm gonna be swearing. But like if I'm trying to talk about the news and like, you know, it's there's no way to make the news funny. It's not like we're gonna force it to be, you know, like it's just I don't know. I think the way I'm speaking now, like with throwing in like casual swears, like that's how I naturally talk, which makes it really difficult to go out and be like an IRL an adult. But yeah, but that's just it. Like the whole point of LB was to be positive about the games that we love and talk to our audience like they are friends in Discord that we're raiding with or doing a dungeon with or whatever. And when you go in and talk with your voice to fellow gamers, inevitably or immediately, depending, you know, on who it is. Exactly. You know, you're going to start swearing. You're going to start making jokes about each other. You're going to start roasting each other. You're going to start calling each other, you know, bad words and things like that. And it's all endearing, you know? And I think that sort of makes the whole like Twitch toxic stream like a thing, you know, because like gamers united understand each other, especially when you're playing the same game and you're on the same team. Like when you like call each other really bad names and make jokes about each other and stuff like that, it's endearing, you know?
Yeah.
But if you're on the outside of that, it can seem absolutely terrible. Yeah. However, when you get like a ton of gamers together watching some kind of stream on Twitch, and all of these like micro communities of Twitch viewers coming together and like spewing their own like individual vitriol, if you will, then it's really difficult, because then like you've got like these cliques clashing and just like gamers trying to speak to each other the way they usually do, but since they don't know each other, it's like, oh my god, this person's so toxic, you know? But like if you guys were friends, it wouldn't be toxic. And that is why our raid team doesn't stream, because we've known each other for way too long and we call each other terrible names and we say terrible things to each other. And if somebody just like came in and like heard us talking about all this stuff and saying these horrible things, we'd probably get some letters.
Probably. I mean, but that's part of the point, right? Is like, I've gone into some streamers, even some relatively popular streamers' channels and tried to like give them a shot and see if I like them or whatever. And there's some that I've just straight up walked out of because they're just like over the top, and it's not even about the vulgarity. It's like, it's the pairing of, you got to think of like what people are trying to do on here, right? People who are like outright streamers. This is a stream show. We do this once a week. We're going to do this no matter what. This is a part of the overall Lagging Balls thing. It's not necessarily us trying to be streamers. That's not what this is. But the people who are have to keep escalating, right? There's a part of this and the YouTuber I guess universe that if you are here and you're doing this full time and you're doing this like legit, you are performing, and the only way to continue the momentum is to keep amping things up and keep elevating. And you know, if you are not a part of one of those communities and you come into it, sometimes you find people who are just like pushing it way over the top, and it can be a turnoff. And like that's happened to me on 2 to 3 different occasions with bigger streamers where I'm just like, ugh, no thank you. Like that's like fucking ridiculous, way over the top. No thank you.
It's tough.
Yeah,
that's like
and it's hard for them.
Whole XQC debacle, you know, from like a few months ago. Like, yeah, he says some terrible things, kinda, you know, like it's what he usually does. Like people are aware of him speaking that way and saying things like that, but it's okay. But when like you've got like millions of people watching you and you're like suddenly part of like this team with sponsors and stuff and Blizzard behind you, it's suddenly like really, really bad. And so I don't know. Like, I don't want to get into all that.
Yeah.
I'm just salty that I
mean all that.
can't wear my XQC Dallas Fuel jersey to BlizzCon, because I'd feel bad, you know?
Why?
Because, you know, I'm of the opinion that he's like not racist or homophobic. I don't think that he is.
And I think you share that opinion with a lot of people.
Right. But he still said some things that aren't nice that he shouldn't have with his platform during the time that he was in the Overwatch League, you know?
Yeah.
So it's hard, you know, because like I don't want people to think like from a distance that, you know, because if people see me wearing an XQC jersey, they're either going to think, oh cool, she likes XQC, or they're going to think, oh my god, she supports a homophobic racist, you know?
Okay, fair.
It's like it's two sides of the coin. So like I just want to like it does, as much as I like XQC, like that doesn't mean enough to me to start controversy like that,
Sure.
or even to imagine that I would start controversy like that. So
yeah, like now I have to take down all my Logan Paul posters. Like,
you'll never take those down.
you're right. They will always live above my bed.
Gross. I wish you were joking.
Hey.
I'm just saying, I don't know, whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, but that's different. So like, you know, there's plenty of people who do the streaming who don't have to like necessarily do that stuff. What is it? Grandpa Gaming? I don't know if anybody's ever seen that guy. He plays PUBG. At least he used to. And he's literally like a fucking like 70-year-old dude. And you're like, he's okay.
I can't wait to be that. Like, that's my future. And I'm totally down with that. Isn't it interesting? Like, when I was a kid, I couldn't really picture myself being an old person. And when I did, it was just like, you know, the grandma sitting in the dining room knitting. I don't, you know, whatever. Like, whatever old people did when I was a kid. But, like, as time goes by, like, my grandmother, she's, like, one of my favorite people in the whole world. She's online more than me, you know? Like, she'll be on fucking Facebook. She'll be looking at porno sites because she'll tell me about it later. You know, she's like, nothing stops her. She's just like solo mission, typing on the keys all night long. And like, that gives me so much hope, you know, because like it's changing the way like we see like elderly people now, you know, like the Grandpa Gaming and my Nana being online all the time. Like it's I don't know, it's just like making the rest of my life seem a little bit brighter because I know that like no matter what happens, I can probably still play video games. So, or I could just, you know, do this for the rest of my life, just like sit and talk to you guys and be like, oh my god, I'm getting so old, you know, and then we could just like have an LBS about how gross everything is and like how our butts are falling out and I don't know.
Right, she gives a lot of hope. Hey, I guess they're
really
right.
does.
Senior citizens, although slow and dangerous behind the wheel, can still serve a purpose. Yes, that
That's
is
bad.
the glow of me having another window open because I had to read that quote directly from Dumb and Dumber. It did not remember
There
word
you
for
go.
word. Beetlejuice, I had to take down my Brett Kavanaugh posters. Too soon, bro.
Wow.
Wow, look at this. There's like the cheer stuff and everything. We should have set up this whole affiliate thing a lot earlier.
Yeah, but that would require effort on our part. I hate effort.
Yeah. It's a good thing we have Techie Taco to do all this stuff for us. Thanks, Techie Taco.
God, thanks, Seki. Oh my god.
See what happens when he's not running the show? This is what happens. You get a half hour late and a shit-ass show with nothing planned.
Yeah, it's good that we have all these opinions about random things.
Sure
though.
is.
This was always my shtick, like, not my shtick, but like the thing I was good at in improv class, because I am a theater major, by the way, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen, but it did. This cat.
Let him
Yeah,
back
that was
up.
my thing. Like,
He wants to be on the show. Yay!
there's this exercise in improv where the instructor or whatever will give you and your opponent a topic, and then you have to stand in front of everybody. Oh, he's after the garbage again.
A man after my own heart.
Fucking anyway, so they give you a topic, and then I have cat hair in my mouth. You both have to stand up in front of everybody and talk about this one topic until the instructor says stop. And like, I could just fucking go, you know, like I just fucking no problem. I don't fucking fucking cat. Yeah, no,
Did he
that was
jump
my
back
thing.
up?
Yes, he fucking did.
Oh, I see. Oh. That's really cute how you flinched though. What's his name?
His name's Ass Fart. No, I'm just kidding. His name's Gigi. No.
You would name a cat ass fart.
JavaScript error occurred in main process. Thanks for stepping on my keyboard. Stop it!
Uh-oh, he's hacking your system. He's in your base, killing all your dudes.
He literally almost just deleted the fucking LB Discord.
We might have been ending the show just then. And everybody would have understood too. You're like, oh, this cat! And then everything goes down. Well, understandable.
Fucking cats, man. What are they even good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Say it again, jaw. I drank all of my drinks. Like, this monster's gone. This monster's gone. This Starbucks is gone. This water's gone. Like, what? Do you guys have,
that
like,
much left
drink?
Of my Taco Bell Dr. Pepper.
Oh, nice. Do you guys have, like, drink graveyard around your computer? Because I do. I've got this water from, like, a week ago.
Oh, just like all of the leftover trash from your... What kind of drink is that? I like this. Let's just cat cam it from now on. This should be an every week thing.
No.
Ooh, compact fridge next to your computer? I'm jealous.
I've
Need
always
this up.
wanted a mini fridge. Fuck. Get down.
Look at you trying to tell a cat what to do. Speaking of, I need to let mine out. Okay, I'll be right back. Keep him warm, Fist.
Shit, I'm alone now. Okay, so, I think like a little while ago, I stopped drinking out of cups, and I think it was when I just sort of like gave up on trying not to drink Monster Zero, because I was like, oh, it's bad for me, I shouldn't do it. But then I just stopped fighting. Whatever,
Just gave in.
you know.
Realized
Yeah, fuck it. People are allowed to have addictions, right? Like, I know they're
Yeah.
not good for you, but like, can I just, you know,
Yeah.
like I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I'm a vegan, you know. I've been on a diet for months because of BlizzCon. I'm trying to work out as much as possible. Can I please have my fucking Monster Zero, you know? Like, can I just have that? Can I just like, and if I don't drink it, I get a headache for some reason.
Jesus.
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and I
Well-
suppose like video games is also an addiction, a vice, if you will, but you know, and it, you know, technically just chilling, you know, sitting cross-legged in a computer chair will give you tendinitis if you do it for like your whole life.
Tendinitis.
Outside of WoW, what do you guys do for a living? I am a freelance podcast editor. That's what I'm doing right now. I do actually have some exciting job news, but I can't tell you guys about it yet. But I just finished a gig with DoubleTap.com where I was running their social media, a little bit of it, and writing articles about Overwatch. But
Hell
right
yes.
now, yeah. So right now I do LB. So that's writing, recording, editing, producing, and promoting. And I do the community management stuff. Usually it used to, the Twitter and the Facebook used to be me, but now it's Techie, but I'm still usually answering all of the emails and stuff like that. And then I'm also on CTR. I do the Battle.net News and the Battle.net Sports Show. And then I'm also the editor and producer of a different podcast that has nothing to do with video games on the side. And yeah, and then also the thing that I can't tell you, but I'll tell you guys soon.
That is a hell of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, when the whole thing that I can't talk about kicks off, I don't know how that's gonna go. I think it's gonna be rough for me for a month or two while I get acclimated to my new schedule.
Easy there.
What?
Some of your motions here can get us kicked off of.
Oh, it's just my sides itchy.
I know. Just be careful.
What do you do, Thorn?
I warn people on Twitch about potentially disastrous actions. Apparently, I I'm actually a director of marketing for an experiential marketing agency. So for everybody out there who just went, what the fuck does that mean? It means I handle marketing and new business for an agency, and that agency works in events and experiences. So yeah, that's the majority of it. So that means I handle everything from advertising to social media to public relations and communications for the company. It means I handle the branding for the company. It means I handle all of the things that you see about the company, the website, the materials, the things that the sales staff uses. When somebody wants us to bid on a project, my team is the one that leads the charge on putting all that stuff together. Yeah, not quite the boss, but the boss of that division in particular, yes. And then I podcast over here, but I don't do nearly as much of it as you do, Thist.
Somebody's got to man the helm or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. I haven't been on a boat. What's a boat? Don't you hate when you eat your lipstick off?
Yeah, I hate when that happens. I mean, what?
Some good shit. But yeah, no, the thing that I can't talk about, like, I am ridiculously excited about, but I just can't talk about it yet. So, and that's basically all of the information that I gave you beforehand. Just me repeating that now. It sucks because, like, it's within the gaming industry, and it's really tough getting into the gaming industry with no or very little, like, hands-on industry experience. It's like, and that doesn't really make sense to me,
Which
you know?
Which is frustrating,
like,
yeah, because of all this.
Yeah, because, like, most of the gaming industry is online, you know, and most of the connections and experiences you have with gaming is online. So it's and most of the things that you do in the gaming industry, you know, doing on a fucking computer and shit like that. So, like, 3 years worth of gaming podcasting doesn't cut it, you know? Like, it's you know, and having this, like, huge community that you manage and shit like that, and, like, promoting your own shit and getting, like, I'd say LB is modestly successful, you know? Like,
yeah.
we're fairly big. Like, we're all across the world. People are listening to us every week, and that's fucking cool. And then when we kind of, like, joined forces with CTR, like, obviously that helped a lot too. But, like, it wasn't until I got my gig with Double Tap and, like, actually got my ass up out of this chair and went into Manhattan to work in an office, did, you know, things start, like, becoming more real, I guess.
Yeah.
And, like, it's so stupid. Like, it's not stupid, but, like, I literally would, like, leave this computer chair where I would learn about video games and type about video games and, like, compile video game knowledge, go into the city, sit down at a computer, learn about video games, compile video game knowledge, you know? So right. Whatever, but, you know, it's fine. But, like, I'm not saying that, like, working at home is just as good as, like, going out and, like, making those connections with people IRL and just, like, learning how offices work and things like that. Whatever. But I don't know, just in the gaming industry, I feel like if you have any success at all with your own content, it should count for a lot, because it's an oversaturated market, you know? Like, everybody has a podcast, everybody has a stream, everybody's got their own flavor that they're trying to give away and stuff like that. And I don't know, like, if you can live off of it a little bit, like I do, and you know, people care about it, I think that should be a huge thing, you know? Like, that should be a huge, like, if an employer is looking at this and he's saying, okay, so your dumb content stands out from a lot of dumb other content, that's a huge feat. Well done. Like, maybe you can help us stand out too, you know? Yeah. So this new gig that I've got, like, the Double Tap thing really, really helped with that. But thankfully for me, like, it seems like just everything that I've been doing has been really, like, attractive to them, which is very helpful. Because, like, You know, like what more can I do?
Yeah.
Okay, what fucking jerk off? You know, fucking into their feet. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. You know.
I gotta see that movie again. That gesture is from the movie This Is the End. If you guys haven't seen it, you definitely should. That's the movie with like Seth Rogen and like Michael Cera and like all those guys, and they're basically like playing themselves. It's fucking hilarious. They're playing themselves, and then the world is ending. That's why it's called This Is the End.
That was a good movie.
It was good.
I think I saw that. Anyway.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? Here's a random question for you guys. If we were to do a non-video game show, what do you think that should be about? Because you know, just one of the other things that we've been talking about is you know, how to expand the LB brand. Like what else it should you know, potentially touch upon with permission, of course.
I don't even know. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
It can't be movies because you don't like movies.
I really don't.
And it can't be The Simpsons because there's only the first 11 seasons to talk about. And then
Really?
there you go. I mean, we could do that. We could talk about those first.
I could definitely do that. You couldn't, but I could.
Well, I could watch them if we talked about them like episode by episode. I could watch one in preparation for the episode, and then we could talk about it for sure.
That's true. We don't agree on music because I think I have better taste than everybody.
Yeah, she's
like
a musical elitist.
Like I said on the last LB, like I am the biggest music snob, and that's why I try really hard not to talk about music publicly.
It's true.
Because I know how bad I sound. I know that I'm just an asshole. Like my job before LB was writing for this indie music website, and I would review indie albums every single week, and like fucking, you know, just like how pompous do you have to fucking be to like listen to a whole album that like some people like put their heart and soul into, and just be like, this isn't good, and I'm gonna tell you why it's not good. You know, because like music is like insanely subjective, you know, and that's why there's so much of it, and you have to be a real asshole to like tell people that the music that they like isn't good, and I'm that asshole. I know that I am. So I just don't.
Well, if somebody was to listen to a show about music, wouldn't they want somebody to be from a perspective like that, to have a strong opinion?
I guess, but like it could get old fast, you know?
Yeah, but that's not for you to decide. That's for them to decide.
I don't know. I don't like being an asshole.
90s rock and country. Oh boy.
90s rock I can get behind. Like Alice in Chains is like one of my favorite bands of all time. No question. Like they're just amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. We wouldn't have to agree on music for it to work. Like the disagreement on the music could be what makes it interesting. Is the discussion, right?
True.
We just agreed on it all.
Yeah, that's true.
We'd have to
But,
agree
like,
on stuff to listen to, though, obviously.
Yeah, and I just really don't want to hear your opinions on music.
So that's that, guys.
Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's something to think about. Like, what more can we do? I don't know if I can do any more at this point, but
Yeah, it's
who knows, man.
when it comes down to like a weekly schedule, there are very few open nights of the week because of how much we have going down right now. So yeah, guys,
Yeah.
I got shut down hard. It's not even about whether it would work or not. It's just that she just doesn't even want to hear what my opinions are on that.
Sorry. But yeah, like,
See, this is why she doesn't talk about music.
real asshole. But yeah, the week's like, for me, it's like, BattleNet News on Tuesdays, Wednesday night, Thorn and I raid, Thursday night, Thorn and I raid, and then Friday night, we're here doing this. So that leaves Monday. But Monday is like emergency night if we fuck up and don't record Lagging Balls on the weekend or whatever. And it's also like night we don't do anything night, you know, that we schedule all the other things that we might like to do. And then on the weekend, like it's a total mishmash of like either we're doing LB, just depending on like our schedules and stuff like that. We never know. I'm usually on like 1 or 2 podcasts like during the week, like on Wednesdays during the day. I'm hanging out with Pat recording the BattleNet Sports Show, and then, you know, I was on 3 or 4 podcasts last week, so you never know. Thorn, I think you're on a podcast tomorrow, are you not?
Tomorrow, yes, but I don't think I can talk about that yet.
Okay.
It is a new one, so I don't want to, you know, I don't want to break the seal on things that
Sure.
is not my news to share. But
Mm.
thank you, just the same. Yes, there will be a new one out soon. It is not mine, and you will hear about it when it's ready. So Rock and Donkey mentioned that like what unique angle could we bring to a Simpsons podcast? And just to go back to that for a moment, I think one of the easy unique angles that we would have on a Simpsons podcast between you and I is that I know about pop culture from pop culture. You know about pop culture through The Simpsons.
That's true. I am surprised how many Simpsons references pop up in movies
Right.
and on television.
Yeah, so see, but if you guys were listening there, she said she's surprised by how many Simpsons references pop up in movies and TV, not the other way around. That's a very unique angle to these things. You know, she'll see things like, I made you watch The Godfather, right? And you're like, oh yeah, that's from The Simpsons. And it's like, no, that's from this. The Simpsons got it from this.
I just want to say, I'm an award-winning Simpsons trivia-ist. I was going up against teams of Simpson trivia people by myself, and I came in like 4th place, 6th place, something like that. I'm just saying, I'm real good at it. Like, I've been on BuzzFeed for those. Like, I made those
Oh,
Kang
yeah.
and Kodos. Yeah, I made those. And then I took them to a trivia night, and BuzzFeed put me on an article at some point.
Yeah, lagging pop culture.
Just saying, I'm legit. Like, I know my shit, okay? That's not me bragging. Like, it's literally like my brain is like mostly Blizzard stuff, and then it's like music, Simpsons, animal facts. That's about it.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
Lagging pop culture is a fun idea.
I wish I knew math and science and like how to read
What?
maps.
Boring.
It'd be really helpful though, you have to admit.
Sure, but there's plenty of other people who are good at that stuff. Just let them do it.
That's why I love smart people so
Yeah.
much.
Because you know what smart people do with knowledge about that stuff? They make apps about it for those of us who are not. And guess what? Now there's an app for that. And now we don't have to know it.
What?
I'm saying all the things you were just saying you wish that you were good at, like reading maps and shit like that, there's an app for that. The fucking app will do it for you. That smart people who are good at reading maps and making maps and all that good shit, they made the fucking map. They made the app. And now you, who are not good at that thing, now you have an app to do it for you.
You should see me try to use fucking map on my phone. Fuck. Oh god. Anyway, I think that's a show.
It's about that time. I think we were cutting
Yeah.
into the
Azeroth Roundtable.
Yeah.
Super hard. But guys, thank you so much for dealing with the lack of beginning of this show. I'm sorry that it wasn't a call-in show. We'll try to do that next week or the week after. But yeah, no, we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Again, this is not the Lagging Balls podcast. This is just the LB stream where we come and hang out and have technical difficulties and talk about 5 billion things. Fucking, I don't know. But we hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll try to raid Azeroth Roundtable.
what are we gonna say?
I don't know. Let's just say hey.
No, come on.
Hey!
They have Kyle and Kristen on tonight. Let's say Kyle and Kristen rock.
Let's do it.
I'll type it out
because-
here in chat so you guys can copy.
Okay. But yeah, so have a great weekend, guys. I hope you enjoy Azeroth Roundtable. They're probably talking about WoW, which is always good. So hopefully, otherwise, you know, don't quit our day jobs. Except me, because that is my day job.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna raid on over, everybody. We'll see you over there. Everybody say Kyle and Kristen rock.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for joining, guys. Have a good night.